All right, guys, as always, I like to give you guys the information on how we go about getting these products in for a review. I actually purchased this during a Black Friday sale from Ventura Munitions, not last year, but actually the year prior. So I bought this from them in 2022, and it's kind of just been sitting up on our hold-up display wall. But we're out here on the range shooting it, so without further ado, let's get into our first rounds. All right, so what I think is probably one of the most underrated guns in my collection, and that's just based on the ergonomics because I have not shot the actual VP9L. Shot the VP9, but not the L. So, first round through, HK VP9L, running the Holosun 509T with my favorite reticle, the ACSS Vulcan, and just shooting some 115s. Also using the Align Tactical thumb rest, and yeah, let's see how this goes. Here we go. 10 yards out. Yo, we're gonna stop right there and go look at that shot real quick. Walk over here with me. You can just pull it down here. Look at that, dude. Oh my God. Look at that, first shot.
HK. Because they're better than you.
All right, back to shooting my first round. Sorry, when I saw that first round go dead center, I wanted to show you guys. I've actually only slaved the optic to the irons, so they're just lined up. I haven't shot this thing yet, so I'm using the XS sights. They're suppressor height, big, bright irons, and yeah, it did pretty well. So let me finish up the rest of this mag, and then I'll have the other guys shoot it. So as I sped up, it opened up a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, they're all within that larger diamond. So I'm gonna have Landon and Marco hop up here, get their rounds on, but I mean, trigger feels good. Ergonomics to me of the VP9 have always felt pretty good. I'm playing with this Align Tactical thumb rest. I used to run like a thumb's kind of pointed at a 45-degree angle up, so it kind of fits in perfect there. I now more run of like a thumb's drastically forward, and so kind of like how you C-clamp on your rifle. So it's kind of playing with that there, but for the most part, I'm digging it. The 115s through this thing, super smooth, and yeah, let's have the other guy shoot it now.
All right, guys, I'm gonna live a little dangerously and run a ETS mag in the HK VP9.
Show that follow real quick. So I couldn't find any other VP9 mags, and look, let me see real quick. Like, let's see, I'm getting the light here. The follower's like, we dry fire cycled some through, so hopefully no issues, but go for it, Landon.
The gun is reliable, we'll just say that. So I don't know if that was a mag or the gun, but there was like this double intention forward on the slide. Forget the mag, the gun shoots really good. Actually, one of my best groups off of first shots. The gun.
Let's go look, let's go look.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
So the black circle stuff, that's from my group, but you only have one out of the, or two out of the center diamond.
Yeah, 2 out of center diamond, and that's just kind of that return impulse throwing me off a little bit, me making excuses, but no joke, that's one of the best first shot groups I've ever shot. And I don't shoot HKs a lot. It's probably my second time ever shooting a VP9. I didn't even know this model existed, which is kind of embarrassing because I work at a gun shop, but...
I bought that from Ventura.
Must have been my day off because I didn't see it, but I'm excited about this review. Not a ton of trigger time behind one, so let's see how it does. I do like that gas pedal that you got going on in there. But yeah, let's see.
HK VP9L, the Germans make a fine piece. Had a lot of time on a P30, so these are usually pretty similar. Smooth as usual. One of the underrated polymer guns in the industry, really, mainly popularity wise. Everyone goes Glock, Smith & Wessons, but these are actually very nice guns. People just don't buy them. Grip's very adjustable, which is kind of nice. A lot of people don't realize it's like side panels and back panel. The gun's very comfortable to hold. You can really customize it to your hand. But I always like them. Never any issues with HKs. So.
All right, guys, before we jump into some build drills and other stuff, I do want to show you guys some magazine stuff. So I was unable to find additional VP9 magazines, but they did have some ETS ones in stock. So I purchased a couple of them. While Landon was shooting his first rounds, he kind of noticed, you said it was like a little hiccup when the slide was returning?
Yeah, the slide was trying to go in a battery, and I noticed it was like a stop, and then it would go ahead and feed the round into the chamber. So I was like kind of getting thrown off by that, so we're going to try out the ETS mag to see if it's repeatable, and then we'll try the factory HK mag. It is interesting to note
Yeah, you said there was like round feed, the rear feed lips versus the.
Yeah, so there is a round cut on the back of the ETS mag, and then there's going to be a square cut, which is specifically cut, obviously, for the HK breech
Platform.
face.
There we go.
So let's see.
I'm gonna zoom in on here on the gun. Go for it.
Okay, definitely felt it again. Let's try the factory mag. Yep. I don't need to do any more rounds than that. The breech face on the HK slide is eating away. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show it on camera, but the breech face is eating away at both sides of this magazine, and that's that hiccup while the slide's trying to come forward in the battery. With the factory mag, it's just smooth. The gun's really smooth when you use HK magazines.
Cool. Good to know. All right, guys, getting this optic dialed in, and honestly, with the excess sight slaving it to those irons, kind of put me almost dead on. I mean, my group is like a 1/4 inch higher, so I might go like 1 or 2 clicks down, but that's 6 rounds, and that is super impressive. So, man. Guys, when I'm talking about getting things zeroed and dialed in, this is the type of zero that I prefer. This is what gives me the confidence in carrying certain guns. You know, this gun's coming with a match grade barrel, and I want Marco, being, you know, in the competition world, him to kind of speak better on this. But yeah, Marco, explain like what you're getting with the VP9L or the VP9, you're saying HK in general, right?
So HK, their QC is always really good as far as the company goes. As you can see, that's why they charge so much for the barrel systems, because you get results like this. So even if you buy them like aftermarket, they're always going to be this usual style grouping. I haven't really seen one ever that's really off like crazy, like a SIG or something, but these are awesome. And they also have an O-ring system on the tip of it, which makes a consistent lock up to the slide. So it's kind of nice that they do that.
All right, guys, now that we know the gun is definitely dialed in as far as being zeroed with the optic, we're gonna run our favorite drill, the bill drill. Let's do it.
Stand by. But look at that time, though.
It presents me, I'm telling you, the gun presents
I literally saw every shot going over the left shoulder. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the presentation. The gun is pointing high naturally. So I typically shoot 1911, 2011, but I could see I was going right over my right, his left shoulder, and I think I got 1 hit. What was the time?
184, 6 shots.
I missed so fast.
Best split 15.
All right, so I'm gonna have to come out and present. Okay, let's do it again.
Stand by.
So yeah,
194.
194, but I only got 5 hits, I believe. 5 shots, 232. First shot, 156. And
high.
High.
Just vertical high.
Trying to find that dot for a second.
cool, let's go again.
Let's get a clean run, huh?
Stand by. Nice, 258 clean. Best split was a .17. Stand by. .259. I saw you game it.
Yeah, pushed a little hard on that one. I got enough for one more.
Here we go. Stand by. .263. .248. First shot 156. Best split was a .16. Hits our center and low. But 241. Best split was a 1.6. A little cleaner. And last, here we go. Stand by. 229. First shot 137. And looks all center.
time, 210.
210. I felt the like the lag, the hesitation before I broke the first shot because I really wanted to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be in the shot, yeah. It's weird to get that sight picture on that gun.
All right, I'm gonna have Marco hop on and talk about the angle when you present, but also he noticed something with 115s and the spring being used. But I'm gonna have Marco better explain it.
Yep, same thing. I always point this gun high. It's just the way that the grip panels are right now. I think it looks like the small all around. But for me, almost all of us actually, it'll actually point naturally high to the headshot when you're trying to look at the body, which is kind of funny. So I consciously got to press the gun down inward into my actual comfortable shooting area, sir. But the grip's comfortable. You just gotta, for us, we just gotta aim it a little lower right off the bat.
So I mean, let's think. Shooting layman terms, would you say like it's double the Glock grip angle?
Kind of feels like that. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. So you really gotta cant the freaking gun in with the wrist, which is good for recoil control. Kind of nice. So just something to know about the HKs there. So
let's hop into ammo stuff now. Let's grab some 147s and go over that. All right, Marco, so you're loading up some 147s and kind of explain to me what you were noticing when you were shooting your build drills.
So the way this gun, impulse-wise, it feels a little messy when you're using 115 grain, which is the hotter of the ammo. So we're going to try some 147s, see if that smoothens it out. The trigger system is kind of interesting too. It's kind of on the, I wouldn't say it's like a slow, it's just interesting. It's like it's very, you got to hinge it out, hinge it back in. If you upgrade it, it's probably going to shoot a lot better, but we'll try it with the 147s, see how that dot presents on the target. Because right now it's doing a pretty significant bounce up and down. Consistent, but just big bounce on it right now with whatever. I'm not sure what their factory recoil spring weight is, but we'll mess with it and see what happens.
So you're gonna run the 115s first and kind of talk us through that?
Yep, so we're gonna check the impulse on 115s right now, just on paper. High jump to the right and up vertical, but consistent return. We'll try the 147s now.
All right, got some Spear Lawman 147s. Let me get focused up one sec. There we go, on you.
Same style return, a little more consistent. Honestly, feels pretty similar, so.
Yeah, recoil from the side profile looked similar.
Yeah, I thought it might help it, but not so much, I'd say.
So what do you think the solution? Run hotter or heavier?
With this gun, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'd probably run the hotter because it's going to be more accurate long distance. But,
gotcha.
I'd probably want 124 to see what happened too, but it feels.
All right, I got some 124s. Let's grab them.
Yeah, let's try to load up. So hey guys, we're back here again. We're going to try the 124. We just tried the 115, which has a pretty good snap back and forth. The 147 we tried was a little bit too slow, so we could feel the slide chunking back and chunking forward. So we don't want that for optimal shooting performance. We're going to try the 124s right now. See how it goes.
All right, let me get zoomed in here. On you.
Yeah, the 124 is the way to go. I can tell you that right now. We're going to try to mix it up. We're going to use a Super Vel 90 grain just for the hell of it.
So this is your actual like defensive carry ammo?
My carry ammo, yeah. This thing blows watermelons up like no other, so little 90 grain little missiles out here.
Let me get focused up. On you.
Yeah, feels so like the 124. Yeah, for this gun, I'd highly recommend the 124. It's probably the most stable as far as the dot coming back and forth. It's got the minimal movement on the target, so 124 grain, HK VP9L.
All right, so watching some footage of us shooting through the optic, Marco kind of walked through what people are looking at here as we shoot the 124s first versus the second set of 5 rounds of 147s.
So the good thing with the dot is it'll tell you what your gun and your bullets are doing. So the 124, essentially it's the most stable of the bunch, meaning the dot will, when you're aiming at it, you shoot it to come back top, bottom. You kind of want to minimize that. That's how you kind of tune your gun to what ammo it's going to like. The 147, it feels similar, but the downside is it's too sloppy, meaning it's too slow. It's going back, so I can feel it chunking back, chunking forward. So I want it to be a quicker return to the 0 it originally was. Not bad, just a little slow for my liking. The 147 grain is. Really, the 124 seems to be the best load for that spring weight combo on that gun right now. 115 was fine, just a little too snappy. It's a little inconsistent for some other stuff, but the 124 is going to be the most stable of the bunch. So
here is your trigger breakdown with Marco Cabahug.
So HK VP9L, it's got a pretty reliable take-up and prep zone right there. Trigger's gonna break. The interesting thing with the reset, it's almost like a 2-stage-ish, so it's got a 1-2 step almost. Let's try that again. So 1 there. It feels like there's another ledge right before it gets the reset right there. But it's predictable. It's hard to shoot this gun fast in my opinion, mainly until you upgrade the trigger because of the way the angle of the trigger is and the grip. But so let's go hot with it. Show you guys on live. Take up, break, take up brake. Let's go reset right there. Brake. Try to go fast. So, but nice and smooth. Just interesting with the reset. So that's the only thing I'm really concerned with the reset on the gun. But
all right, we are all the way back here at
100.
So Marco's got us ranged out to 100 yards. We were talking about accuracy with his VP9L match barrel. So we are going to shoot that C-zone steel from all the way out here. I'm gonna hand this off to you, Landon, so I can get my shots off. You got it? I'm gonna use the ETS mag. See how this thing holds up. All right, here we go, 100 yards. Dim this down just a little bit. Dude, that was super easy.
Looks like connect.
Marco, you're up.
Reticle. Stigmatism.
Low. Low.
There you go. Okay.
I'll take this from you, Landon, so you can try it out now.
Low right, just barely off. High over the top head. Off right shoulder. Low right. Left. Hits in the left side. Hit center.
We're gonna call it good with 2 hits.
Nice.
On that. The gun
I'm gonna shoot some more. I want to see if I can get a consistent.
On it. The reticle.
Here, Marco, I'm gonna give this to you now. Just passing it along here. You got a mag on you? Anybody got a mag?
He's got one.
Oh yeah. Get that battle belt mag.
Here we go. You good?
Yep.
Just click on the target out there on the screen.
Got it.
Cool, here we go. Now I can't hit it. Yeah, dude, this thing is just doing it down there.
That's what you pay for.
All right, gents, final thoughts, VP9L.
So, like I said in the beginning of the video, not a gun I have a lot of experience with at all. We sell them at the shop, and people do pick them up, but it's not like your common recommendation. It is a sleeper gun. And today, I found out that these guns actually shoot really good. They're super accurate. I'm a trigger snob. The trigger is... It's good. It's short. It's crisp. You can be accurate with it, but as far as being fast, it's like a totally...
It's a little rough being fast with it.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
Compared to other platforms.
Correct, yeah. I mean, Roger did get a sub-second build drill, but we don't need to talk about that.
You'll see that at the end. It's a blooper.
But, dude, the gun's awesome. They're crazy accurate, and they do fit like a glove. A lot of handguns, I feel like people need to work around to like get used to them. But this one, it's good out of the box. I wouldn't really do much else to it.
And it's adjustable, so I mean, back strap, side strap. You can run medium on the right, small on the left, large on the rear. Really adjustable. HK, it's always a good gun. They make a good product as always. Very accurate, as you can see from the paper targets over there from zeroing and the shooting longer distance. It is hard to be fast on the trigger, like he said. It's very hard to be fast on that trigger.
I struggle a little bit.
To get splits, and everyone knows splits gets chicks. So. Yeah, it's a great gun. It's HK, as always. I do miss the old school mag release though. As Americans, we do like the button, but I still prefer the European if I can have it.
That's that paddle release,
yeah,
right?
the paddle
On both sides?
On both sides.
Yeah,
I usually eject the mag with my trigger finger.
I think my other VP9 in shop, the one we use for holster fitment, has the paddle.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Yeah, people don't talk about these enough,
Yeah.
but
Underrated gun.
yeah, they're super valid. I mean, I think if somebody out there could ever make some kind of trigger upgrade, they definitely corner the market in for competition. Like, this is a really good carry optics gun in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah, HK.
HK.
So my final thoughts on the VP9L, definitely happy with the purchase, guys. Everything they said, I'll mimic here, but I agree with them on everything. It's a very easy shooting gun. The trigger's predictable. At the end of it, I did run a sub 2 second build drill. I'll have to look at the splits. For me, that is kind of like my drill. That's my go-to. I shoot that drill probably more than anybody I know. So me personally, I think the trigger was fine for me to run fast. I'll trust Marco's opinion though, because that dude, if you see him shoot PCC, his trigger finger is, man. Everything else about the gun, I really dig. Ergonomics, that's what I really like about this gun. That's why I think it's very underrated. because there's very few guns out of the box that you just put in your hand, and it feels like it's contoured and made for your hand. And with having all of the different removable side panels and back panels and everything like that, you can really customize it to your hand out of the box. The barrel, like, that is the type of grouping that I want to see in every gun that I have, and even shooting out 100, hitting it consistently that you guys saw. So I like everything about it. The optics plate, like it's nice and fit and flush, so the optic cut is good there. The only thing for me that's a con is just the grip angle, guys. I'm already not a fan of the Glock grip angle, but with this, it's kind of further than that for me. So like my first bill drill completely went over his left shoulder, and that's because naturally pointing the gun, I was seeing it over. So for me, that would just be a training thing if I was going to run this in matches or carry it consistently. As far as the magazines go, like the ETS, they were giving us a little hiccups in the beginning, but they kind of smooth out over the range session. I think we were just at about 500 rounds maybe through this gun. And I wouldn't run matches or carry these. I mean, they are plastic and polymer versus the full, metal mags from the factory H&K, but I would definitely pick some of these up as they're cheaper for out here doing range stuff and practicing. So sorry about all the noise. We got some guys out here doing some training. It's awesome that they're out here shooting as well. But yeah, those are my final thoughts on it. I definitely think it's a great gun to pick up. For matches, for defensive carry, everything from accuracy to the ergonomics, I like it all. Just that grip angle for me. So let us know what you guys think. All you guys out there that rock the VP9s, like, let us know what setup you're running down below in the comment section. You got questions about it, let us know as well. We always appreciate you guys checking out the video. Like, subscribe, definitely turn on notifications. YouTube gives me analytics, and it tells me like 70 to 75% of you guys out there that are watching our videos aren't even subscribed. So we appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
188.
Boom, there we go. I wanted to make sure I got you guys a 2 bill drill before we hopped off the range. There we go.